Hello everyone, and welcome to my game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Worcester, and he's in the Worcester, tier 10 US cruiser. He is on a map Repost, however that's pronounced, and well, it's a ranked battle. So there's a carrier, which is probably surprising absolutely no one. There is only one cruiser per team though, which is interesting. Now the enemy team has a Minotaur, however, and that means they could have Raider or they could not have Raider. Hard to know unless you're getting raided or you see the Minotaur using smoke. In rank there is definitely a above average chance that the enemy is carrying Raider. Now anyway, another problem will be obviously the carrier, which will provide a lot of spotting, and which means that going off on your own is very dangerous indeed. Now, you could argue that going off on your own is never a good idea, but there is something to be said about creating crossfires. So you don't want to just have one big blob, you want to spread out your ships a little bit usually, so you get better firing angles. But the more you spread out, the more likely you're getting farmed by a carrier, so not sure how best way to play it is. But anyway, now Worcester here, he just supported the gearing in A. He asked early on if he'd get the smoke screen, the gearing's an affirmative, and now he's sitting in the gearing smoke screen and he's getting quite a bit of use out of that. Now the daring early on tried to scout B, but he encountered the carrier, so he was forced to retreat. A friendly carrier trying to use fighters to protect the friendly destroyers, which is very nice. And well, the friendly battleships, I'm not entirely sure how well their positioning is. Let's just face it. For example, this Bourgogne is totally on his own. Like, if the enemy carrier wanted to farm this battleship, there would be nothing stopping him. And I probably would like a battleship more like here. Then again, I mean, the way the enemy is positioned, they might not have a lot of shots there. But we will see. So far, the friendlies have a slight advantage because they took the cap sooner. And well, the carrier is coming here again. Now the carrier wants to like farm the friendly destroyers, it looks like, but you know, the Worcester is ready to farm some planes. And you know, this is one of the things about this replay that I really loved. Like, there is no connection between this gearing and our Worcester here. Like, they are not in the same clan or something, they just are two random people who've met each other in ranked battle. And without even like chatting, just with the voice commands, they've communicated. Gearing has provided the smoke for the Worcester. The Worcester is providing the anti-air for the gearing.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
And you know, might just be seeing another smoke screen pretty soon. Now the gearing has taken a beating regardless, unfortunately. The gearing has, well, I mean, I don't know which torps he's using. If he's using long-range torps, he will still be able to do something. Even if he might not be able to get close to that enemy blob there. And of course, there is also this smoke. Like, it might not give the gearing a lot of experience, but his smokes do a lot to help the Worcester. Because, I mean, the Worcester is a scary ship, but you really don't want to sit in the open in a Worcester. And with a carrier, there really is, like, island cover is only doing so much if there's a carrier around. And yeah, now they currently are lacking spotting, but the friendly carrier is somewhat close, so he might come. It's also possible, like the gearing could just leave and spot. So we will see how that goes. Friendly carrier might just drop, yeah. Friendly carrier dropping a plane here to defend that battleship. We still have the poor battleship down here in the south that should have never ventured so far. Now, again, like, I mean, if it wasn't for a carrier, I mean, there's always the chance that the destroyer is harassing down there, but it's like, it's not a good position for this guy. Even if you could argue for crossfires, it's like he's on his own. He could be hunted down by a destroyer, he could be hunted down by a carrier, and he has no help, he has no exit. So, meanwhile, The enemy Yamato here is just getting farmed. And this is just like the power of a Worcester in a smoke screen. And the enemy team, they don't have radar, you know? Well, I mean, I guess the Minotaur could have. We haven't seen it yet, so it's possibly not happening. But without countering the smoke screen, and that Worcester is just so powerful. And you see our gearing here, he's, well, I'm here for the carrier here. I think the gearing went spotting when asked for it, so that gearing has been a pure support player so far. He's taken a cap, he has provided smoke screens, he has provided spotting. I'm not sure if he got a drop hit on something, but he's doing his part, right? This gearing you might not see it in the post-battle results, but he is a very valuable member of this team. And there's nothing less than the Yamato's gone down. Now, both teams have lost the ship so far, and I think that Daring here is going down too.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Now, the friendlies are all in a big blob here, except for the Yamato. And once again, against carriers, blobbing is a way to fight against carriers. The problem with blobbing is you aren't really trading much crossfires. But it's also to be said that the friendlies are currently in an advantage. They're one ship ahead, they're points ahead, so the friendlies are in the position where they can just force the enemy to come in. So they wanna be careful, and they wanna take it slow. Worldspoon is trying to get one island closer to probably get better radar coverage for his next radar, and to like basically block this channel here with, like, if the destroyer tries to do anything here, he might just get raided and farmed. The issue he currently has is, once again, it's like the carrier is spotting him, right? And that carrier spotting is just very, very dangerous. Now, he's once again asking for a smokescreen. Where is our gearing? I'm not sure if the smokescreen is ready again. So far, that gearing has proved to be very valuable. So let's see. Now, the problem we have here now is that Kreml is actually pushing, and that means that Kreml is close enough to spot our Worcester the old-fashioned way. Now he has a choice to make. Is he trying to go for concealment, or is he trying to shoot? Like, he could totally shoot here, but he really just wants to disappear. And he's managed so because he put that island between him and the Kremlin. Or Kremlin, or however. That's nice. And here's the carrier again. Once again, we get some carrier spotting. He's going for defensive fire here. He needs that carrier gone. I mean, that carrier was only barely scratching his anti-air, but he achieved his goal, right? The carrier went away and he was unspotted again. Now he's made it back to this island. So he tried being a little bit more aggressive, turns out it didn't work, so he fell back and... Well, I mean, Worcester is still reasonably healthy for this part of the game.
Stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
And here comes the gearing again. And does the gearing have smoke ready? I think he should. Could provide here another smoke. And again, I mean, I haven't watched. Maybe he was forced to use his smoke screen in the carrier defense earlier. Gearing coming in with some torps here. And is he actually... Why would he open fire here? Was he detected by something? It seemed a bit reckless there, because he is getting very low. So might have made a miscalculation there. But, I mean, the gearing's still afloat. It also turns out we don't actually need a smoke here, because the enemy smoke screen is currently fulfilling that part. Then again, the carrier is coming in again. And you see... Well, the anti-air focus just switched. That was probably the wrong... Exactly the wrong time for them. And unfortunately, you don't see when he decides to switch here, unfortunately. But would have needed the anti-air focus on the other side to protect the gearing here. But I mean, he'd still got quite a few planes. So, friendly gearing went down, unfortunately. And less ships are around. This game is still pretty even. It's 4 against 4. The Daring seems to be sticking close to the Worcester, because the Worcester is basically the anti-air bastion that the friendly team still has. But I assume the enemy carrier will be going for the Yamato next.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Now Wordspawn here, he's using Hydro, because I mean that Daring is somewhat close and he can easy Hydro him through this island there. Now if the friendlies could get this Daring, it would be nice, but nobody has shots right now. There is still the Minotaur around that you have to be careful about, and then there is Conqueror. Now unfortunately with the friendly gearing done, the nice long smoke screens are no longer possible, but that Daring could at least provide a short one. Like, the Daring smoke is not so great to help out a cruiser, but it's, well, I mean, it can help in the short term. Meanwhile, Wordspawn is just using the island and staying unspotted the old-fashioned way. Unfortunately, I mean, that could change if the carrier shows up, but the carrier is busy farming the lone Yamato currently. But you know, I mean, the friendlies, they have the points advantage. It's a small one, but it's there. Yeah, equal on ships. We have the Daring coming in. The Daring might just be here to offer another smoke screen. And once again, asking for a smoke screen. Will the Daring oblige? Yes, he does. So, and now, well, I mean, there is the Raider. It's the last Raider that he has, but I mean, that Daring is going down anyway, and he's also raidering a Minotaur for additional funds and giggles. Now, I would assume with that Minotaur and the Daring there is a high chance that torpedoes are coming this way. Hydro is on cooldown, so that's a slight concern. I'm not sure is the friendly Daring currently running Hydro? That's a good question. I mean, you see when people are using consumables in chat these days, but you don't see a timer next to it when it has been used. But anyway, that smoke screen is soon gone, but I think he can get the Minotaur about at the same time. So Minotaur didn't get much off here. So Kraken's unleashed. That's nice. It's 3 against 2 now, and I have a feeling this will be a win here. Friendlies have a nice bit of points lead there. I mean, sure, the enemy team doesn't have that few points either, and that Daring is pretty low, and the carrier is still here. That carrier could, with one strike, just end the Daring. Daring is providing another smoke screen. But then again, the Conqueror is also... Oh no, Conqueror is printing another ship, so that Conqueror is going to stay a little bit. So Daring is wisely in his smoke. Planes are on their way to probably strike down the Daring, but still the boost around. Defensive fire also still going currently. Some more planes are going down. We have a Witherer here. And I'm not sure if this island will protect against the Conqueror, but it looks like the Conqueror is finally going down, and that's the friendly win. And here we are with the results. Wordspawn earned himself 3,241 base experience. That's a lot, and certainly well deserved. He did an awful lot in this battle. But I'd also like to point out that the Gearing, who might be placed last, didn't do that bad, because he was pretty vital. He provided a smoke screen so that Wordspawn could farm his damage, and he provided some spotting, and while those activities are not really rewarded, unfortunately in the experience screen, they are pretty vital to winning a game. Now Wordspawn earned himself an Arsonist, a Kraken, a Witherer, a high caliber, scoring 235,000 points of damage, which is quite impressive with only like 7 ships. He shot down 49 planes and sunk 5 enemy ships. So, very nice game. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.